Good morning and welcome to the 2010 Caulfield Cup review show. We'll focus on most of the Caulfield Cup today and some of the runners that will go forward towards the Melbourne Cup, I guess. And so, what did you think of the race yesterday, mate?
Look, the heavy conditions played a major part in the race. There were a lot of horses that didn't handle the heavy track. I think a lot of horses that were getting back were running on, but weren't just picking up the ground needed to make their presence in the top three. But look, the win by Desperado was a very, very good win. I thought that...
It was a tough win, wasn't it?
It was a very tough win, and it's in every run that it's had that I've seen it run in so far, it's always had very tough wins. You've only got to go back to the AJC Derby, where it's run second behind Shootout. You know, it was a workman-like effort. It grinds and it grinds and it wins, and I thought it was really, really good. I thought his previous run in the Turnbull, you know, you had to sort of forget that run because, you know, it was wide all the way, facing the breeze. You know, it never really had a chance. But Chrissy Muntz, he rode it to perfection yesterday from his wide barrier. You know, he got trapped wide early, but he decided to push forward and just sit outside Herculean Prince. And I think once Triple Honour pushed forward, he was able just to get the sit
behind, and
exactly.
That's what he needed.
And that was perfect. It just played right into his hands.
I think if Triple Honour doesn't go forward and give it a sucking behind,
yep,
he doesn't win the race because he'll be facing the breeze outside Herculean Prince.
He looked the best horse travelling in the race, especially coming into the straight. You know, like there were a few challenges. Like I thought Harris 3 was a fantastic one.
Yeah,
he ran really, really well. And Shocking. What do you say about Shocking? You know, got back early, ran on. I was looking at the head-on shot last night and the view from the air, and it was an amazing run the way he tracked into it. You know, on the turn he was going nowhere, and Rod just pulled him wide and he tracked right into it. And I thought it was a really encouraging run under the weight.
I thought he was in better effort finding the fence from barrier 12.
It was. Especially
considering they were coming off the fence and winning all day.
Yep, that's right. But I definitely look all honours to the winner. It was a good, tough win. You know, that form behind Shootout, you know, we keep talking about Shootout and how good it is.
Well, that's right, and I think that probably connections to Shootout are sitting on us at home yesterday watching the race thinking, why weren't we in that race? So, but anyway, they've always had their sights firm steadily on the Cox plate. And but anyway, getting back to the Caulfield Cup, anything else coming out of it, mate? Any other thoughts on the race?
I was really impressed with the run of Shocking. And probably the internationals, I thought Manigar ran a very cheeky race. I think once it gets to Flemington and on a bigger track, we know it's proven over the 2 miles.
And on a firmer surface too.
Yeah, it should be very, very hard
5 out of his 6 wins have been on good tracks. Now, really can't add much to what Dean has already said. And Desperado, extremely tough win and worked. I mean, never really got a charmed run, especially in the first probably 1,000 metres of the race. It was only, like we said, until Triple Honour went to the lead and that he got a little bit of a sucking behind him, got a breather. I thought the Harris Tweed coming around the own turn, the only question mark was how far it was going to win by. But you know, he just finds him probably at this level just a little bit. Always finds something better than him. You know, he's honest. He runs terrific races and he'll go forward towards the Melbourne Cup and run another honest race. He ran 5th last year. If he gets conditions to suit, he'll probably run as well again this year. But he had every chance yesterday and couldn't get Desperado. He was just way too tough on the heavy conditions. Of the others in the race, you've covered Shocking's run. It was outstanding. Given a good run, a better run in transit, he probably wins the race. But just as well he didn't, mate. Because if they're hoping to win back-to-back cups with him, which you know they are, winning the Caulfield Cup yesterday would have done him no favours because he would have got a penalty, making his Melbourne Cup, you know, making his effort to win another Melbourne Cup even more so difficult. He doesn't want a penalty. He's got enough weight in the Cup as it is, and it's going to be hard enough with the 57 or 57 and a half he's already got. So it's just as well he ran 4th yesterday, I think. Out of the others in the race now, Herculean Prince. I do want to go back to the Metropolitan because I said then that although he won and he won well, he beat a bunch of horses missing chromosomes. Now, it was a hurdler's flat. That's all the Metropolitan was. You had, you know, Get Up Jude and No Wine, No Song and those horses. I mean, Sydney flat racing over distances of 2,400 and mile. They're just no good at all. If those horses were in Melbourne, they'd be hurdling already. But they go around a flat because they have no other choice. And you know, he beat a bunch of nobodies in the Metropolitan, and yesterday's run suggested as much. Of the others that come out of the race, I don't know. Mark Zare, did he ride Alcopod?
He did.
He did. Review the tape. That's all I've got to say on that. Monaco Consul, wet track form, stands up every time. He's won a Derby. He won the Victoria Derby. He ran third in the AJC Derby behind Shootout and Desperado. So that AJC form is really lined up in the Caulfield Cup. He also ran third in the Queen Elizabeth. So he's a handy horse. He only took the wet track for him to get back to where he was in the autumn, and he may go forward from here on onwards. He's by High Chaparral, and well, they've just taken them all before them, haven't they? That breed. You've mentioned Malaga. I don't know, there's nothing else. I never liked Metal Bender actually. I thought 56 kilos, 2,400 wasn't for me. He was only getting a kilo less than Shocking, and that to me was poorly weighted for him, because he was always a doubt over 2,400 in my opinion. To get a kilo less than the best stayer in Australia ruled him out of contention in my thoughts. I didn't even rate him in my preview. So, Bart Cummins' pair. Faint Perfume, Dariana, second last and last. When I liked Dariana, Thursday I liked her. Saturday morning, not so much, not with the heavy track.
Yeah, I think Dariana's a lot better horse than what we saw there. I think back on top of the
both
ground.
are.
Yeah. Faint Perfume, a little bit puzzled with the run. I just wasn't sure what to make of it. I thought she'd probably handle the heavy, but in saying that, Dariana, probably a few more excuses for Dariana. I think once she gets on top of the ground, I think she'll get 2 miles, no problem. I think she's a really good chance. Yeah, I think Dariana will get 2 miles.
I tell you what, I love the mare. Her win in the Queensland Derby was just outstanding. No one can disagree with that. But have a look at her breeding. 2,400 I thought would be okay, but after that I don't like her anymore. She's by Redout's choice. Right? I mean, his horses struggle to get past 2,000. Out of her last Tycoon mare, that doesn't suggest to me she's going to run 2 miles. So, even though Bart's a trainer, I don't really care about that, because the breeding doesn't suggest to me that she'll run 3,200. I hope I'm wrong for her connections, but I just can't see it. Even on a good surface, I don't see it.
I think time will tell.
Yeah, certainly will. All right, I think that's a wrap on the Caulfield Cup.